Good morning, students. The remaining part of the Bear stories, chapter number 8 was left. So that is the last part of the story. Let's finish it off. The place where I had ended last time said that bears did not like themselves to be chained up. Page number 54. Let's resume. The lady visited her sister every Sunday, leaving the bear on the chain the whole afternoon. Now the lady over here is the mistress who was in charge of the bear. She had adopted him. One Sunday, while walking through the dense forest, she found him following her. She was so angry with the disobedient bear that she hit him on the nose with her umbrella. But the bear was really friendly. Normally, if you would hit any animal, it would retaliate. But this bear was very friendly, so it did not react in a very adverse way. That was the synopsis of what we are going to read. Let's begin. He was also put on the chain on Sundays when his mistress went to spend the afternoon with her married sister who lived in a solitary house on the other side of the mountain lake, a good hour's walk through the dense forest. Solitary over here means single. Every Sunday she used to go for lunch to her sister's place. She had to walk around for an hour through the dense forest to reach her place. It was not supposed to be good for him to wander about in the forest. Now who is this him over here? We're talking about the bear, that he was quite good, I would say. He would feel comfortable, or he was very safe in the environment of the house. It was very dangerous for him to come out in the wild. And why was it so? With all its temptations, it was better to be on the safe side. See, at the end of the day, even if it was tamed, the bear, it was still a wild animal. Though they had brought him up vegetarian, but all the temptations in the forest would lead him to attack. That's the natural way an animal lives, would lead him to attack anybody in the forest. So those temptations the mistress wanted him to avoid. That's why she would not take him along to the sister's house. He was also a bad sailor. The bear couldn't be taken on the ship also, or on a boat as well. Why? And had once taken such a fright at a sudden gust of wind that he had upset the boat, and he and his mistress had to swim to the shore. Now once he had been taken on a boat with that kind of wind hitting on your face, he got so panicky, and because he being huge, because of the movement, rigorous movement in the boat, he overturned the boat, he capsized the boat, and both the mistress and the bear had to swim back to the shore. So that's why a very bad sailor. Now he knew quite well what it meant when his mistress put him on chain on Sundays with a friendly tap on his head and the promise of an apple on her return if he had been good during her absence. So this is what the mistress used to do. While she would be leaving, she would give a tap on his head. That meant that she was going. He had to understand. And then she would say that I would give you an apple. I would promise to give you an apple when I return, when I come to know on my return that you had behaved very well. He was sorry but resigned like a good dog when his mistress tells him he cannot come with her for a walk. So if you have a pet dog at home, when you are going out, it will try by all means to accompany you. So even this bear, when we are comparing it to be a dog only over here, wanted to accompany no matter how many times she would promise him, how many times she would pat him on his head saying to be good. But he would still want to accompany her. One Sunday when the lady had chained him up as usual and was about halfway through the forest, she suddenly thought she heard the cracking of a tree branch on the winding footpath behind her. So on Sunday, on a normal Sunday, she chained him up. She left. She promised the same way, like I would be giving you an apple when I would return. When she had reached halfway through the forest, she heard the cracking of something. That means if an animal steps on the twigs which are lying on the ground, you could hear the cracking of the wood. Now there was a winding footpath. That means a road which turns in a U shape, or would go in a circular twisting form. There she heard the sound. She looked back and was horrified to see the bear coming along full speed. She had not expected that bear to come till that end of the forest. Bears look as if they move along quite slowly, but they shuffle along much faster than a trotting horse. Now when you see a bear normally moving, you would say that it is slow. But when you see from far away, it would definitely move faster than a horse. In a minute he had joined her, panting and sniffing to take up his usual place, dog fashion, at her heels. Panting, running out of breath, and sniffing, it is trying to smell things around. Even a dog does this. When you come out from outside, it will sniff and jump and sit at near your heels. So his dog style, kind of dog fashion way, he sat on beside her heels. The lady was very angry. She was already late for lunch. There was no time to take him back home. She did not want him to come with her. And besides, it was very naughty of him to have disobeyed her. So that was her opinion. How dare he disobey her when she had told him to stay at home? Why did he come along over here? She told him in her severest voice to go back at once, menacing him with her parasol. Now menacing over here means threatening him, and the word parasol is nothing but the umbrella. So she had an umbrella in her hand. She threatened him if she would not go back immediately, she would hit him. He stopped a moment and looked at her with his cunning eyes, but did not want to go back and kept on sniffing at her. Cunning eyes over here means if you want desperately somebody to do something what you want them to do. She's looking with those eyes saying that allow me to come along with you at least once. But the lady saw that he had even lost his new collar. She got still more angry and hit him on the nose with her parasol so hard that it broke in two. So the new collar which was tied around his neck, he lost that also. She got so angry, she hit him with the umbrella and it broke into two pieces. He stopped again, shook his head and opened his big mouth several times as if he wanted to say something. So it can be mixed emotions over him, like trying to convey to the mistress. Might be wants to say sorry, or might be wants to say to take me along. I'm like halfway through, we have come. Wanted to say something, but obviously the animals can't talk. Then he turned round and began to shuffle back the way he had come, stopping now and then to look at the lady till at last he lost sight of him. To actually shuffle along or to shuffle from means to not even lift up your feet too high, just to drag them along the surface and move. So now seeing the adamancy of the mistress saying that she won't take him along, so he knew that he had to return. So what he does is he just turns around and moves away till he loses sight of his mistress. When the lady came home in the evening, the bear was sitting in his usual place outside his kennel, looking very sorry for himself. The lady was still very angry. She went up to him and began to scold him most severely and said he would have to be chained for 2 more days. The last thing he would want on earth is to be chained. And she increases the punishment by saying that for 2 more days you were to be chained up because you disobeyed me. The old cook, who loved the bear as if he had been her son, rushed out of the kitchen very angry. Now the cook did not know what had happened. So she comes in support of the bear and she stops the mistress from doing whatever she was doing. "What are you scolding him for, missus?" said the cook. "He has been as good as gold the whole day. Bless him. He has been sitting here quite still on his haunches, as meek as an angel, looking the whole time towards the gate for you to come back." Now how innocently this bear has come back. Haunches means the rear part of the animal. He's sitting on his haunches and he's looking as gentle as an angel. Meek over here means gentle. Because he knew that, the bear knew that he had done wrong, he wanted to show his repentance by behaving himself throughout the day, which the cook had seen. That's why she came rushing out of the kitchen to talk in support of him. And then she questioned the mistress also, why is she increasing the punishment? Why is she punishing him in the very first place? Because she did not know what the bear had done. So that's the chapter. That's the end of the chapter. I'll be giving you the question and answers. Learn them. Mark them in the textbook and learn them. Thank you.